welcome back to Katrina and Tim channel, your place for all things LDR. And today we are actually heading again to Portland. This is kind of an interesting day for us. It's been like a lazy Saturday and it's already 5:30 and we haven't had lunch yet. We had brunch like early in the morning, but we actually woke up really late today. So yeah, we had brunch, so we're just gonna have like dinner right now. Going to Portland. Yep.
Can't wait.
Yeah.
We love eating. Anytime we're in a car for a long time, we're making the trek to go get something delicious to eat.
Yeah. By the way, actually we received a question from Steve Williams, and Tim is going to answer that question today. By the way, Steve, if you're watching right now, thank you for that question. So Steve Williams said, "Thoughtful words, Tim. I have a question. I have heard from many sources Filipinos share most of the responsibility of supporting their family. What about the male siblings, and what happens when she gets married and no longer works? Thank you." And he's from the United States. I don't know which state. So what's your take on that?
So yeah, I think anytime somebody's getting into a long distance relationship, and I think this is really important, it's having expectations set up front in terms of money. I mean, there's gonna be cultural differences that you're gonna have to adapt to, but just like any relationship you have in the United States, a lot of tension can form around money, so just having those expectations set up front is important. It is true that a lot of Filipinos do share in the responsibility of supporting their families financially. A lot of times there will be a sibling who's an OFW who sends money back. You'll have the siblings who get jobs back in the Philippines. They'll help take care of the parents. So that is something that you can anticipate if you are going to be if you're going to be marrying somebody from the Philippines. Things to, whoever it is that you're talking to, you're in a relationship, I think it's important to just clear that up front. So if they have siblings, what is the expectation going to be? For Katrina and I, she has school-age siblings, and we both agree that investing in their education so that they can be set up for success in the future that's a wise investment. With the whole thought being, as long as they graduate from school and they get good jobs and they can also contribute to supporting the family, it's not just going to be us. And then as we have children, our financial support will reduce, and her siblings will help take on some of the financial responsibilities of helping the family.
Yeah. And actually, I think for both of me and him, we don't believe in we're pretty generous with them, pero we make sure that we don't get abused. We, every money that we send, we think it through, and it's both our decision. And like every relationship, you need, as I just said in my previous video, you need to learn to say no if nararapat, it doesn't have to be like just yes. So there are times that they'll ask me for money, and then I think that, oh, it doesn't make sense. I don't think you really need it right now. So I will just say no. And to be honest, before I think that I kind of feel bad doing that. But then, good thing that my mom, started to learn to respect my decision, why I don't send them the money, or why I chose to not give them the money that they want. So I guess in any relationship, you just need to let them know the boundaries, so that they don't abuse you. So yeah, and so far I'm really happy. They're like, we're sending money, but I always make sure that they go to school. That's our main priority, and the expectation was set that once they finish school, you can just have free ride all the time, right? So once they finish school, they will have the responsibility of parang support themselves, because it doesn't have to be like us all the time. It's just right now because we don't have kids yet, so we're like helping them. But as Tim said, as the time goes, they have to have the responsibility for themselves as well. And it's funny because back then, even before I met him, I always joke with my siblings that, yeah, once I have kids, like all like that, I always joke with them that, you know, I can only like help as much, but I'm not gonna be the tita that, you know, give it all. Like, you need to learn to support yourself, your kids, and everything. Because if you always give them money, it's not that you're helping them. You're actually teaching them to be lazy and to be incapable.
Yeah, I think that's important. Is like, you want to teach people, you want them to be able to take on responsibility for themselves.
Yep.
The more you shoulder the financial burden for them, the less they're going to be able to figure things out. The less incentive there is going to be to figure things out for themselves. And I think a good example is, you know, Katrina has a few brothers who are out of school, and they don't complain or anything like that, but, you know, we don't go out of our way to help them financially. And I think they understand that you know, it's up to them to figure things out financially for themselves, and it's that's not a responsibility that we should take on after the fact. I think the other good thing that Katrina does is she sets a boundary in terms of budget, and there are times where we'll send additional money back in the event of an emergency, or there's some circumstance where additional money is needed, but we're pretty good about sticking to that monthly budget. I think another thing that you should keep in mind is that if you marry somebody and they come to the United States, a lot of times you're going to get a lot of people are going to be reaching out to your wife or husband or whoever's immigrating and asking them for money right away. I think that's just the nature of it. People will see people coming to the United States, and the expectation is that they're going to have access to a lot more money, and that's an opportunity for them. And that's an opportunity for them to test the waters and see if they can get something out of them. And a lot of times, what they will ask is, can I borrow money? Well, in the Philippines, when they say borrow money, a lot of times that means just give. And if you're gonna loan somebody some money, and just like here, never loan money that you couldn't live without, or that would ruin a relationship in the future. So, you know, just keep those rules in mind, and understand that there's some cultural difference in how people will ask for money, and if you let someone borrow money, well, my expectation and your expectation should be that you're not going to get it back.
Yeah, and your expectation is actually true.
Yeah.
Oh well, whatever. But yeah, like for me, just right now, like I just learned to toughen it up, because if you just give and give and give, and you know, people might abuse you, so you just learn to like stick with a budget. Talk to your wife, set the expectation, because I think it's the best, so that, you know, they don't take advantage of you. Yeah. So yeah, that's it.
Yeah. So, Steve, appreciate the question. Thanks for watching our videos. We're probably going to make a series more that focuses on the transition from the Philippines to the U.S. So look out for that. Subscribe to our channel. Hit that little bell button just so that you get a notification when we do release new videos. And appreciate you guys. Appreciate you guys watching, commenting, and if you have other questions, just put them down below.
Yeah.